Good morning, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 3003 Northeast 25th Avenue here in Portland. We're located in the basement right at the bottom of the stairs here. We have a stack. We're going through 3-inch ABS clean out. Transitions immediately after that to 4-inch cast iron. We're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We currently have water running just up ahead, and we're going to zero out the length counter right here at the base of the stack. Here we go. Looks like it's transitioning here over to clay pipe. And it doesn't look like it's doing much of a diameter change here. We are going to look at this, well, maybe it is switching to 6-inch. We'll have a better look at this spot on the way out when it's all drained. It's definitely going to clay. We have roots right here at the very first joint. May have another root intrusion coming through right here. We'll have a much better view on the way out when it's drained out. All that water will be out of our way. We do have roots coming through here. Right now they're extremely small. They're tiny, tiny little stubs. Looks like more roots here at 44 feet. More here at 47 feet. At this point, we're probably going to see them pretty much throughout the whole line. They look small. I mean, they almost look like the line has been drain cleaned to cut them. They're all such a similar length. Not that it has been. It's just kind of what it looks like. There's something sticking out of that joint there. Hard to tell what that is exactly right now. And we've got a lot of stuff here at the top of the pipe. Let's see what that is on the way out. We might have cracks or breaches in the line there that's letting stuff flow into the line. Got a bunch more of it right here. Not entirely sure what that is exactly. It looks like a whole bunch of grease or something, but yeah, I don't know. My guess is we've got a split open joint there, or a crack in the pipe, something like that, and stuff's able to flow into the line from the outside of it. That's immediately what that looks like to me. Looks like we've got more roots here at 81 feet, and we just transitioned over to concrete. Right there it appears to be 6-inch concrete. Now, given the fact that we've got problems literally throughout the entire sewer line here, I'm going to map this line out for a full replacement. There's problems from start to finish. There's also a fair amount of standing water. There's a few different things going on. Just hit the main there at about 90 feet out on the dot. I'm going to go to locate just to verify where we're at here currently. Being that we're in Multnomah County, more than likely that concrete transition there is at the curb, and that would probably be the end of the repair that would be necessary. This concrete section is likely in the street and the city's responsibility. Yeah, we're going to reel the camera back here just a little bit. I'm going to locate at the street curb because that's likely where the line transitions to concrete, and we'll map everything back from that point. Yeah, right now we are about a foot past the curb into the roadway, so we're basically 78 feet. 78 feet is the street curb there. So I put some white paint down. We're about 7 feet 2 inches deep there. And for the life of me, I've probably done near 15,000 sewer scopes, and I cannot tell you what all that white junk there is. It's kind of bizarre looking. Like this joint right here, though, it's hard to tell, but it is hugely separated on the right side there. I'm guessing that it's stuff that's been able to flow in from the outside of the pipe, but it's really hard to say exactly what that is. Right about where the front steps meet the sidewalk, we're at 7 feet 4 inches deep there. We have kind of a random little section of concrete in here. This is, I'm not sure why they just did a small section like that, but anyway. But anyway, now we just went past a set of root intrusions. We've got roots basically at every single pipe joint going throughout the entire sewer line here. So it's not one you want to do spot repairs on. And unfortunately, with all the standing water in the line, it doesn't make a great candidate to do a pipeliner on it. So I would look into either trenching or doing a bore and just drill it in. Hopefully you can do that without having to dig too much up. Okay, we're about 8 feet 9 inches deep here, roughly. The line is kind of side hilling the front little hill as it kind of dips down towards the sidewalk area, which is kind of a tricky spot to locate there. That marking does not line up all that great with the other markings I've done, but that's mostly due to the fact I'm locating on a hard slope there. So just keep that in mind. But that's the reason for the depth change there. There's quite a bit of difference between the front yard height and the street. Yeah, we're at 10 feet deep here at this point. 10 foot 3. We're kind of at where the yard is about the deepest it's going to be there. But anyway, we've got roots, we've got separated joints, we've got some spots where it looks like stuff's flowing in from the outside of the line. Now, due to all those issues, I'm going to recommend a full replacement of the line from the cast iron transition here all the way out to the street curb. And this does appear to be 6-inch pipe. Now it looked a little different when we were going out and the water was flowing. Anyway, we're going to park the camera right about here just in front of the cast iron. That repair is going to extend from about 27 feet to 78 feet. Right, this spot here is actually underneath a bush. I put a white T marking just in front of it, and I'm going to assume it's going to be near that depth we just did there, around 10 feet. But it is about a foot or so up underneath the bush there that I have the white T marking in front of. Cast iron pipe here is still looking like it's in fairly good condition. All these old types of pipe do have a lifespan, so keep that in mind, but this is still looking like it's in pretty good shape. At some point, I would recommend updating the cast iron, but it's not there yet, and as well as the stuff flows, you could probably do a pipeliner and avoid digging it up. entirely, but that's not really what I'm worried about at this point here. I just wanted to throw that out there for information's sake. We're going to go to really camera on out of the line from, I do recommend a full replacement of the line from 27 feet to 78 feet, which is from the cast iron transition to the street curb. And the depth ranges there about 10 feet deep up in the front yard, down to about 7 foot 2 inches deep by the time you get to the street curb area. And that's all mapped out with white paint. Highly recommend a rescope after the repair is done. A lot of problems happen at the time of installation. You want to make sure, especially with a line repair of this size, you want to make sure that looks good before the repair guys pack it up and take off. Aside from that, cast iron pipe's flowing nicely. It's in fair condition. It's again not ready for update at this point.